So hello and welcome all of my group 4 people who chose the air element. So this is kind of interesting because the air element is the last element that we're going to be talking about today for the readings. And what I was really sensing mostly from this group is that you guys are dealing a lot with relationships, a lot with love interests, things of that nature. So it'll be easy to see kind of with spirit nudging me like that, what that air energy or that air element is going to help you uncover about these situations and how you can actually work with that. So a couple different things about air energy that I think is so great about it is that air energy is both cleansing, but also it's freeing. Air energy is almost like as if it's like the rebel group, I'd like to call it, of the elements because it's so freeing. Air, you see a lot with feathers, a lot with flight, a lot with, moving. The wind blows, the air moves, and it's just so freeing to people. It's very freedom orientated. Also a lot of like, if you're an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, and you came to this reading, this is going to really resonate with you. Air is such a powerful element to use also too, because it carries a lot of the words that we speak or think to spirit, because air is kind of like water is a conduit for earth and water is a conduit for spiritual cleansing. Air is a conduit of words and communication to spirit, to God. We think about prayers, we think about incense, we think about that smoke rising, to kind of get that message through. And air is just such a powerful element, often the element of communication, if you will. So if you all came here because you're blocked some way communicatively, the air element is really great for that too as well. So very, very powerful element to use. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the magical spell card oracle. That's really going to be the basis of the reading of what the air element's kind of wanting you to know. We have a planet and a astrological sign that we're going to be using today too. If we get both planets or both astrological signs, which haven't happened yet, then we can work with that and see what we can kind of conclude from that air element. Now, this first row here is going to show what you need to kind of know for right now with this air element. And I'm telling you guys, this is going to be mostly about relationships, or how, because I'm sensing a lot of love from this group if you did choose it, but also to what those relationships are doing. We have also this that's going to give you what the air element thinks you should do, or how you can use the air element to kind of get those questions answered. We have the Madame Endora Oracle card. So that's the main purpose of what the air element needs you to take away from the reading. So we're going to start, you guys, with the first Oracle card that came out. Courage. So by shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. So again, courage in the sense that the air element is just so freeing and so free moving that a lot of times it's very hard. It's very hard, you guys, if you've already been in that situation where you feel like you can't always show courage, you can't always move forward. And I'm telling you, this is about relationships. This is about, your heart and things like that. And sometimes with the air group, it's so hard for some of you guys to move forward, to really be that free in things, to kind of see what is unseen. So let me just take a look at this one. We have inspiration. Okay, so you guys are missing a lot of the inspiration. Isis, goddess of magic, I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. Oh, we got a sneaker back there, you guys. Did you see that? So we got this one and okay, Spirit's trying to give us double messages here. We have inspiration and grace. So this says, grace, blessing, come to me and set me free. So a lot of the freedom energy here, we have both inspiration and grace there. Let me just stick those both up there. So again, we're talking about courage. We're talking about needing the inspiration, but the grace also too. Letting things go with the air that we can't really change. Having gratitude, letting things go that no longer provide a source of love or gratitude or prosperity to us, to let those things go. So we have a lot of things to move kind of forward, inspiration to kind of lead you there, grace, which I think is interesting that Spirit's trying to give you so many different messages with the air element. Sensuality, not surprised with this group, because I'm also sensing that there's a lot of sexuality things happening too with this group, and what with the love, with relationships. So there's a lot of that going on. We have sensuality, your freedom flowing from far away. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. So we have freedom here. Set me free, give me freedom, give me the courage to move forward. So we have a lot of that freedom, that free flowing energy like the air provides. The sensuality, the allowing yourself to be in that sensual place. You know what I mean? Allowing yourself to have that courage to be there. So let's kind of move forward knowing that this might be about relationships. What is this showing? Okay, so we have Scorpio. We have the Scorpio energy, which is ruled by Pluto. So we have that Scorpion energy. We have the sensuality and the sexuality coming through with the Scorpio. We also do have things that are unseen, things that are not coming to light, things that are happening with a Scorpion personality where it's very much about sexual stuff. It's very much about love, about a depthness, a sensuality. I'm also noticing very oddly here, she's got flowers in her hair here and something in her hair here. So there's like a passion that's there somewhere with what is going on with all of this. There is a passion that's lurking underneath for this air element energy. And I just feel like a lot of you have either been wanting certain relationships, have been wanting someone in particular in your life, and that is just not happening right now. You're worried a lot about past relationships. What's that doing to you now? You're trying to be in a different type of place. Okay, interestingly enough, we have Pisces. So we have a dual zodiac thing going on here. We have both Pisces and Scorpio, both water signs, which is interesting. You can either be dealing with a Scorpio or Pisces. If you are a Scorpio or Pisces, this is going to mean a little bit more to you, this reading. So when we're talking about Pisces, we're talking about, this is kind of interesting, we're talking about the sexual presence here of a relationship, of yourself, where you're coming from, and we're talking about the sensual part of it, the romantic side of everything. So what's interesting here is we have the sensuality card, we have the Scorpio sexual energy going on here, and then we have the sensual, the romantic side of whatever that is. And maybe there's that balance that needs to take place internally with the air group. Maybe there's water energies that are out of balance with this air element group. So you guys might be having to deal with relationships that you want that romantic side. Spirit's really telling me like you want this romantic, sensual side, but you're realizing that a lot of it is coming out in a sexual sense, not really a sensual sense. Or a romantic sense. So you're trying to find the courage to move forward from one of those relationships, and you all know what I'm talking about, air element group number 4, you all know what I'm talking about. That relationship that's all consuming. It's all consuming, and the problem is that there's no grace there. There's no inspiration there. It's all consuming. So you might have had something that was very much like that in the past. The air element's kind of nudging you, saying, we need parts of that, but also in a different type of sense for this relationship. So we can kind of take a look at the astrological points of those signs and kind of use that to see, okay, well, what are we looking at down here with the tarot, and what is the air element kind of saying for that? Okay, so we have the 10 of Pentacles. So there's a very big part of this group with the air group that you are this group just is like, I don't know, like the divas of the group or something. Like, you are looking for it all. You are looking for that happy family, that loving family. You're looking for prosperity, abundance, just happiness. Money is a thing for you too. Like, you're looking for everything in life. So the air element's kind of seeing that. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So you also too are working with many different elements going on here, air group. You're working with water, you're working with earth a lot. So you kind of are just kind of, uniting all of those. And especially with this Queen of Pentacles, you really, really do see yourself in a place of abundance. You don't want to see yourself in a place of just this sexual energy, of a place of just, lustful or not clear. You want things to be clear and to be stable, and you yourself see yourself in that light. You have gone through a lot of things in your past, but you've had that inspiration and that grace to kind of have this Queen of Pentacle energy here, this abundance, this prosperity energy, and you kind of like staying in that space. It helps you. We have the Hermit, which I think is interesting because we're talking a lot about the sensuality, the romantic sensuality versus the sexual energy here, but we're also talking about the Hermit and being at one with nature here, I guess you can say. We have the fire energy, the earth energy, the air energy. A hermit really is kind of that praying energy. So I sense from this group, from the air group, it's also showing you that sometimes you need to take some time to just breathe, to just do what you need to do and kind of go into that hermit mode and kind of search for those type of things, search for the inner courage, search for that grace and inspiration. Don't always show or feel the need to show yourself all of the time, from it, be it in relationships, be it in, business, coworkers, whatever the situation is. Don't feel the need to constantly show yourself. You know what you want, you know what you need from that freedom piece. So just don't feel the need that you need to show every single situation. We have the Ten of Wands energy here. So this is also interesting too, because you are not only feeling that things are really, really getting taken, you're feeling that you're having to carry all of these burdens by yourself, and you are fighting that uphill battle, group number 4, with this air energy. You're fighting that uphill battle constantly between this and this. And I think that the Hermit situation is a very good situation because you really are an established person. Group number 4, you're an established person with the air element. The problem is that you are established in every way that you can be established. The only thing you're not established with is the love piece or the relationship piece. So you kind of need to sit there in that kind of element to kind of think to yourself of how are you going to move forward, and let's stop with the uphill battle here when it comes to relationships. Can it be possible that you can have a lustful, sexual relationship with a sensual romantic one? Yes. Could it be possible that you could just have one or over the other? Yes. So this whole uphill battle that you're facing, that doesn't need to be the case, group number 4. So we have the Star. This is just so interesting because you have the Ten of Pentacles here. You have the Star. You guys are very, very lucky. You're very lucky. We have, that. And look at this. We got the water energy and she's got the air energy happening here. The Star is basically Aquarius. So if y'all are Aquariuses there, you got to kind of bring the inner Aquarian out in you. You have to find that balance between cleansing and between letting go. Cleansing and letting go. So if something's not helping you, if you want to have one type of way of life and thinking, it's not going to get you this. It's not going to get you that freedom, that luck, that ability to just manipulate both elements here, the water and the air. It's not going to help you to get to that Ten of Pentacles. So what basically air element's trying to say here and nudge to you guys is like, okay, you can start out here in this relationship. It can't end there because you're looking for such deeper things in life, you guys. You're looking for such a deeper meaning in things than just that type of energy. You have the Ace of Swords. You guys are very powerful mentally. We talk about the Ace of Swords, man. That is the top of the top. You literally are in tune. Look at this. Look at this. We got the birds. Come on. You're in tune with the air energy. You're in tune with the sky. You're in tune with, having that mental capacity, you guys. You guys don't need the relationships, bottom line, that are not going to fulfill you. The air element's kind of saying, work with me, use me, and you will see all of that type of energy. You don't need the things that don't fulfill you is the thing. This fulfills. This really doesn't. And you have to have the courage to see that in your relationship. See the Nine of Pentacles, you guys, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. You are in your garden. You have the ability, again, to take away from all these elemental readings, everyone here has the ability to change their spiritual tune around is what it's saying. You do not come from a lack. The person that maybe you were with came from a lack, but that doesn't mean that you come from a lack. You have the ability to kind of make yourself, when you kind of go into that hermit mode, you give yourself the best of everything. You use a lot of self-care, and that's going to help you to determine all of this. Using the wrong type of elements or using the wrong type of energy, group number 4, the air element's trying to tell you, if you go the lustful sexual route, addiction, use things like that, use what is unseen, it's not going to serve you, because inside you have both of this. You have the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Star. It's just not going to serve you long term. It's not going to serve you long term. And of course, you will have mental and emotional clarity. So you have the Nine of Cups. So if you look beyond this whole situation, and again, I'm strongly sensing it's with the relationships. If you're looking at this and being in tune, you can understand that with this air energy and with the water energy. So again, for you guys, it's going to be taking a lot of baths. It's going to be using the wind, using some form of a feather, cleansing yourself with some sage, cleansing yourself with incense, using that, offering up prayers, you guys, using that air energy. You use the water and the air energy to create that balance. You are going to be emotionally fulfilled. This group kind of also reminds me of going to one side or the other, different with the earth energy, but mostly because of the fact that you want to either go one route over here, because you all feel so much sexually and sensually, you want to go one route over here, or you want to go run one route over here. That is not the case. You need to combine these two together. Group number 4, you need to have that inspiration, that grace, and that courage to combine both of them together. There needs to be facets of both in order for you to have emotional clarity. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, if anybody in this group, if anybody is using, abusing, hurting you, not fulfilling you, making you feel like you are less than what you should be, group number 4, go into this hermit mode, tell that person to get out of here, and you need to kind of focus in this. Do not believe what you're hearing. If you're hearing someone telling you that, do not believe. Do not go through that. You don't need to go through that in a relationship. You need to just tell that person to go, get into hermit mode, so that you can kind of speak to spirit and speak to these energies. So what the air energy is telling you is the King. So authority and diplomacy. So I'm sensing that you're either the queens in this group or the king. So basically, what that's saying is that you have to have some type of diplomacy. Like I said, take them both together. Have, know what you can handle and what you can't. Take some authority. The air element's kind of telling you, like, have that freedom, but take the authority. Take charge of this. Whatever's going on here, take charge. Use these both and put them together. Take charge. Have courage to move forward and to take charge with that air element. Again, you guys, use the feathers, use cleansing, sage, use, if you need incense, prayers are probably going to be a very big thing for this group. Meditating, offering up prayers, things, look at this. She's even meditating right here. Like, come on, get some meditation in your life, group number 4. with the air element, and you should definitely be good. For all of my star pupils out there, please be on the lookout this weekend for the Aquarius Zodiac video that I'm doing. It's the Zodiac birthday video. And as always, please like or subscribe to the channel. It really helps me to try and do different videos. Comment down below if anything. And I hope that this reading did help you, group number 4 for the air element, and I hope to talk to you soon.